Hey, what's up guys? Guy01 here, and welcome to the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League, and today we have the Oshkosh Heritage Series, going to be racing live at Suzuka East. This is the Kenworth 200, presented by Down East Foods up in Maine. And yeah, we have a new face. His name is Cam, but his screen name is Obi-Wan Kenobi down there. He's going to be driving the 24 car for RFK Racing, and yeah, I got a 7-car field tonight. Should be decent. Swan qualified on pole because we had some complications with his first run. He got to do a second run and he was able to get pole position by about a 10th. So, see what he can do leading this field to green. Right now, RFK Racing is going to have 4 cars in this pack tonight. Haas has 2, Colleague has 1, so definitely going to be some team aspects with this one. Also want to give a little warning out there. If this stream cuts out, buffers, or lags or glitches out, I don't know what's up with my internet. It's just been really bad, if I'm being honest. But again, if anything glitches, that's the reason why. If the stream cuts off randomly, like it lags me out and doesn't let me continue, I'm probably not going to boot it back up. So, again, I hope we get to go the whole way through this race tonight. And as you can see here, they just now started it. First stage is going to be 25 laps. I'm not sure what stage 2 is going to be, but it should be a decent amount of laps with how fast these cars are. Get into... Holy crap, that's loud. Do this and that. Yeah, it's another Friday. I'm glad to be back with y'all racing again. And again, we have this race today. We have FES running tomorrow at Trial Mountain. I think it's Trial. It might be deep. I think it's Trial Mountain. I don't know actually, but yeah, FES will run live tomorrow. And then the Cup Series will be racing on Monday at the same track that FES runs at. So whatever track that is will be a doubleheader. I'm pretty sure it's Trial Mountain. One thing I'm hoping for, man, I hope we can get all these races done for this season, because I have not missed one yet. Even the FES race, the Click It or Ticket 200 or 250, whatever that race was, that race got called short, but I was still able to get a stream out with it, so that was cool. Alright, so a little update. Obviously, Swan is the winningest driver this season so far. He's also your defending series champion for Oshkosh. Down East is one of the hottest drivers right now with wins and all that for Colleague Racing. And also, Down East is the best driver at this track, arguably. And we do this a little bit differently. We come down to the alternate start zone. Holy crap. Going down. Green flag is out. And we are racing for the Kenworth 200. Down East got a great start. Swan did not. Drathik just got punted off into the sand. Frank is going to go up into the green. That 3-car back there is lagging in between planets. Swan right on Down East bumper. He's not going to let him get away that easily. Watching Pudge and Clone because Clone looks really laggy. Clone got a little bit of a shunt from the 2-car. He's off into the sand. I'm not sure how good that 3-car is going to do tonight, because if your connection is that unstable, he may not be able to stay. Coming out of the final corner, we will complete the first lap under green. That's always a good thing. Looking back here at this 24 car. Again, he is a rookie. I do not see any rookie stripes on that car. Yeah, I do believe Clone just packed it up already. He either lagged out or he just said, nope, I'm not racing this tonight. Wow, that 24 car is really loose. Down East is barely staying in front of Swan right now, and I think these guys are pretty even. I mean, I would say Down East has the advantage when it comes to fastest lap time, but as far as actual car and actual driver ability, I think these cars are just about even. Again, man, Colleague has just been really, really fast this season. For the Oshkosh series, they won one of the dirt races, or they won the dirt race earlier this season. They won a different one. I just can't remember which race it was specifically. And again, this is new for everybody here because this is the most horsepower that we have ever run with this car. Anywhere, really. 24 car got around Pudge. Tell you, man, Swan's not going anywhere. He's not really falling off pace to down east. At least not yet. They're battling through those S corners. Yeah, man, it's Friday. Hope y'all have a good weekend. And oh, Swan overcooked the last corner. He's going to go off into the grass. That's going to allow the 24 car to close right up on him. Oh yeah, by the time they get down to turn 1, that gap is going to be about cut in half between him and the 5. Pudge right now trying to see if he can get a run around the 24 car again. That's a very interesting looking 24 car, I must add. Oh, the 24 does have rookie stripes, okay. That one really zoomed out camera angle, you couldn't see them. It's alright, that's cool. Down East now leads by 3.2 seconds over Swan. So one thing about Down East, you can say it kind of about any racetrack, but especially this one, Down East does not make very many mistakes at this racetrack. Yeah, so we had 7 cars, counting Clone. It's unfortunate that Clone was not able to continue racing, but again, you saw his car. It was just bouncing all over the track. It looked like he was in 3 different lanes at one time, so definitely don't want to make this a bad environment for the rest of the racers out here. Excuse me, I am just tired tonight. I must warn y'all, man, FES tomorrow, that's going to be a race to watch, because if everything goes as is planned with that, we're going to have a big cluster of new drivers showing up, and it's going to be a packed field at a very technical road course. So I'm certainly curious to see how that's going to go. Pudge thought about diving under the 24 there. It did not work. The 24 is just going to go into the grass by himself. Pudge all over the bumper. He's going to get to this door. Door to door. Oh my god, what in the heck happened? The 24 almost looked like he tried to door Pudge off the track. It's getting a little bumpy, touchy-feely between those two. Cam just got put into the grass. I'm not sure if he did that himself because this stupid camera's just sitting here minding its own business. Pudge up to 3rd. Looking up at the leaders, we do not have a caution for that, whatever that even was. Going down the front straightaway, the gap to Swan. Yeah, the gap to Swan is 2.7 seconds. I think that was 3.3 or so a couple laps ago, so Swan might be closing the gap slightly. Oh, and also, we've done enough races now where I'm going to be creating the official playlist for all these seasons coming up. So that way y'all can go and check out these races on demand anytime you want in sequential order for when they happened. The only thing I don't really care for with these races is the fact that there's no kind of ads or overlays I can play live whenever we have the stage breaks. So, I mean, if you watch these on demand, you can always just skip through those times when we're sitting on the menu, but if you're watching it live, you can't, which is stupid. Coming into turn 1, the gap to Down East is now 2.2 seconds. Yeah, the craziest thing is, for all of these drivers, they have tracks that they like and their favorite tracks. A track that a driver is really good at, you can argue that it is their home track, essentially, like their best track. This is undoubtedly Down East's best track, because literally, he's always fast here, he's always on the front row, if not on pole position for the qualifying. But the funny thing is, I do believe the 14 team has better stats at this track, like they have more wins. So that's just a very interesting part of all this, because you would think that a driver's best track would be a track that they have the most wins at out of the current field, but that is not the case for this time. And again, Down East is just he goes around this track like it's his business. Like it looks like he drives this track 24/7 to practice. And whether that be an FES car, a Cup car, or an 850 horsepower behemoth of an Oshkosh car, Down East can do it. Just looked over at the left. Swan currently has the fastest lap time. He's also closing that gap down a little bit, now down to 2 seconds, 2.1. It keeps fluctuating. It's going up and down. And again, Swan fell off of Down East's bumper because he got into the grass on the outside of this last corner. Probably hoping that Down East might be able to do that so he can kind of bring Swan back up to the mix there and fight for it. As we look through the field, we'll see what's happening with some of these back cars. I thought I just heard a big group of tires squealing. It might have been the 16. Pudge back here in the Milo's famous Sweet Tea Camaro. There's something I love about this league compared to others. I've been in other leagues where drivers, well, like league admins, they'll make it so where you have to race specific cars with specific sponsors and specific packages. Like, you're really not allowed to do exactly what you want. But that is why we set this league up this way. We have a car that we use for each series. We have base templates that we use with all of our proper contingency stuff on it with the sponsors and all that. But then after that, drivers can do whatever they want. They can make a car that has any sort of shapes, colors, designs, and whatever sponsors you want. Obviously nothing X-rated or profane, but yeah, I love what we do with this league, and the cars that come out of this league are so good looking. Fabianski is, I would say, close seconds. It's just, when you love what you do, especially something that involves art, because I call this stuff art, like, it's just, when you're good at it, you can really make some wild creations. And I love watching all the cars that these boys make. So looking at the gap between Pudge and Cam, seems to be going up steadily, as Cam was able to get in front of Frank Andreytek and stay in front of him after he went off the track pretty violently through the S corners. Gonna check the gap to the leaders. So wow, it's actually 2.7 seconds, so now Down East has made the gap a little bit bigger. Give you some in-car camera with the 5 car. And coming around this time, you hear him working that gas, man. Oh, he almost got into that grass. Oh my lord. But yeah, this time by, they just completed halfway on this first stage. So 13 laps to go. Okay, the sounds in this camera angle are quite weird. It sounds like the tires are melting off of the car. Well, I know it's happened in real life, but this is just one of those races where so far there's just not a whole lot to talk about. As we're looking through the field, I just noticed on the left side that Cam must have crashed somewhere because he has fallen to dead last in that car. He came into the league not knowing what he wanted to drive for, like what series. He was looking for a team. Not many people were reaching out to him. And RFK reached out and said, hey, we have a slot open, because Beast in the 6 car showed up for 1 or 2 races and then he just ceased to exist. So yeah, RFK Racing was really happy to have somebody else come aboard and pilot one of their cars. Jeez, that 24 car is really loose. He tried to save it and could not pull a full Pudge. He crashed almost into the wall on the outside. I mean, for Pete's sake, 24 cars going through the S corners. There you see it back there in the camera angle. The leader's right there. Don't have the 24 cars in the sand. Oh my gosh, he is having all sorts of trouble driving this car. And again, he's a new guy. This is his first ever race in the NFRL, and is obviously his first race in the Oshkosh series, and clearly he does not have this car under wraps. He missed qualifying. He started dead last. He actually worked his way up to, I think, 3rd or 4th at the start, but then him and the 2 car seemed like they were dooring each other coming out of turn 1, and we have another car. It's off the track, it looks like. It is Pudge. Not sure if that's going to be a yellow flag. We have had no yellows yet this entire stage. Caution is out, and red flag is out. Looks like they're going to open pits this time, so they will bring the field up here and get them together in the last corner, as Pudge is just going to do all of the Pudge things coming back to the pack. The cars are stopped right there. Pudge might want to slow it down a little bit. There goes the cones. There goes a cone. Bouncy, bouncy. Dear God. Probably knows he's getting tires, so he just made sure he got any use out of those. So the first caution of the stage, I'm not sure if it was because of just Pudge getting around or if it was a combination of him and the 24 both getting around in different sections of the track, but either way, yellow flag is out, pit road is open. We're going to watch Drathic's team. That is a very, very loud noise, and I'm not sure why it's playing. And here comes the 28 car into his pit box. Looks like he's going to get 4 tires. Drathic running a PetSmart car that he did in fact make. Drathic made this with all of the decal pieces and animal pieces, and that is one of the best cars here today. 24 car just beat Drathic off of pit road. Holy crap, that is kind of a big shakeup. I don't know why Pudge is in last. He might have done some damage to that car with how much he drifted it, catching back up to the pack. Down East and Swan remain 1-2. And when they come out of the final corner, they will form up and go green this time. Now again, something to watch. I'm not really sure if the 2 car has a problem with the 24, because I mean, they are teammates, but I know Cam is new, so again, I don't know what that issue was with them coming out of turn 1. Maybe it was just a racing incident, maybe they don't like each other right now, but either way, definitely going to keep an eye on that. And here they come down to the restart line, going off into turn 1. Green flag is out. I don't know what that was. Somebody or some of the cars absolutely choked that start. 24 car to the inside of Swan. Almost pushes Swan up into the green where there's no grip whatsoever. Cam up to second. He's trying to complete the pass around Swan. Looks like he will. I think Swan might have let off there a little bit. That is exactly what Down East wants to see, because if Cam can slow Swan down, Down East might be able to run away with this. Seeing how Cam has driven so far this stage, definitely do not think... I definitely don't think Cam has anything for Down East. Look at that pack of cars coming through this last corner. Swan's going to try to get to the inside of him. He hit some grass. Looks like he lost his speed just a little bit. Gap is going to increase between the 24 and 5. Almost looked like Pudge was to the door of the 5 car. I almost thought Swan was going to try to dive it way low and try to get under the 24. That did not work. Every time through turn 1, it sounds like the 16 car is going to spin out and wreck. I don't know what happened with his 24 car. He might have made some adjustments in the pit lane, because all of a sudden he is in second place and he's actually pretty much contending with Swan. Oh my god. Again, I'm sorry. Just very tired tonight. That time Swan got a way better exit through the last corner. See if Swan tries to go low. Looks like he will. Yep, there he goes to the inside, the 5 car. Cam might try to cross him over now on the exit. Won't be able to happen because Swan's going to cover that right up. Cam is all over Swan's bumper. And again, now because of all of that, Swan is 1.4 seconds off of Down East, which, hey, that's still closer than what he was before the caution came out, but still. That just probably cost Swan a shot at winning this stage. But again, this is Cam's first race, and he's certainly not going to be a pushover. He's going to cow manure at the beginning parts of the stage, and now all of a sudden he's picked it up a bit. Looking through the field here, everybody gets through the last corner all right. There are 6 laps to go for this first stage. I just keep panning through these cars because it's crazy to me how separated they're getting, because we've barely been green for like 3-4 laps and they're already so separated. Like, I know Drathic's way off back here, but he's already 9 seconds off of the leaders. So Swan has closed the gap. He's now down to 9/10, about a second. Let's see if maybe he can get all the way up to that 16 car. Down East right now is treading blue. Might be able to improve his best lap of the stage so far. Down East has slightly better exit speed compared to the 5. As wow, Swan actually did just purple that lap, so holy crap. About dead even on the stopwatch. Swan was less than a full 10th quicker than him, but still quicker. Looks like he really underbraked going into that corner. Now he's going to get that gap right back. Swan is purple again, man. Swan has the speed. He has the pace today. He might be able to pull up an upset. And you might be asking, oh God, Pudge is almost wrecking that thing back there. We might be asking, if Swan is the fastest car as far as time trial speed, like with lap times, how would him winning be an upset? It's just simply the fact that Down East has been up front this whole race. He's defended it really well. And if Swan was able to get up there and win this, it would be just a massive upset to the colleague team. I do believe Swan did just purple that lap too. There are 3 laps to go. They are winding down. Down East got a little bit loose right there. And again, we're showing the leaders because there's not really much else happening through the field here. Frank and Pudge are semi-close, but they're not really racing for anything at the moment. Swan got... Oh! And there goes Swan's chances. Another mistake. That is 2 times this stage that he has raced off the final corner into the grass. And both times that is what took him out of contention for the lead. Well, now with white flag next time by, Swan is definitely not going to catch up to Down East. Down East isn't going to make a mistake. If he does, that'd be the strangest thing I've ever seen, because Down East has consistency at this track. Going through these last corners here, the gap is now 2.2 seconds. Now Swan has to watch his mirror because all of a sudden the 24 car is going to come up behind him. Out of the final corner, white flag is in the air. 1 lap to go for stage 1 of the Kenworth 200 presented by Down East Foods. I can't confirm if Down East led every lap, but he might have. But again, just a royal shame that Swan was in position to go challenge for the lead 2 different times. And both times he ended up making a mistake in the last corner and just wrecking out, basically. Gap is still closing to Swan, and Swan's closing up on him, man. Swan has the pace to get up there, but he can't be making those mistakes. So, gonna take that all in the stage break. Gonna have a little brief with his team, really give them the rundown on what his car did in stage 1, and they're gonna try to see if they can fix it. Out of the final corner, Down East wins stage 1 at Suzuka. Very, very good performance by that colleague team. Jeez, and Swan just purpled the last lap with a 48.031. Holy crap. Campbell's able to rebound after basically wrecking his car out 2 or 3 different times in the back. I'll throw the official results up here on the screen real quick. I don't think I can save this. Oh, okay. There are your results. Again, a blistering lap by Swan with a 48.031. That's crazy that every single car on track was able to run in the 48s. So that's pretty cool. But alright, we're going to take our mid-stage break and be back in 5 to 10 minutes for stage 2. Alright, y'all. Welcome back, and we are here to start the second and final stage of the Kenworth 200 presented by Down East Foods. Now, someone told me about this earlier. There is a radar section in this game. Can I zoom this in? Probably not. Oh. Well, that's pretty cool looking. So right now the weather's looking pretty clear. But there is reports of rain that could come this stage. So we will definitely keep an eye on that. I might have to edit those display settings every time I go back to look at the radar, but that's fine. If it starts getting dark out on the track, we will definitely back out and take a look at the radar. Coming out of the final corner, they will form up this time. Down East has choice of lanes. You will go right, Swan goes left. Uh-oh. The 24 went right as well. I think the 24 might actually get under the 5 cars, so Swan better watch out on this start, and here we go. Green flag is out. 40 laps in the stage. They are 2 wide back there for second place, as Pudge did go up to the high side. Pudge got around Swan for now. The 24 car's in the back. He might be sideways. He's way up at the track, so is Pudge. Door to door, going through the S corners. Drathik just gave the 48 a little bit of a bump. He's way off into the sand. No caution yet. Swan is all over Down East bumper. I do believe caution was called for that. We have a lot of cars in the back that are going slow. Alright, so yeah, caution is out. They're going to get all the cars grouped back up here. They might throw the red to get the back 2 cars caught back up. Looks like they're not, and it actually looks like they're not even going to go green this time, question mark. I don't think they will. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened right there. It's understandable why they're throwing the yellow flag. Again, Pudge dove it high and made it almost 3 wide for the lead, 2 wide for second, basically. It looked like he actually cleared the 5 car. And then going off into turn 1, it was just a mess. 24 car went into the grass, it looked like, on the inside. He was nearly sideways. Pudge went above the green in turn 1 and could not keep his car down on the track. Then I saw Drathik give the 48 a bump and shot him off into the sand. So yeah, just a lot of different things happening, and after having a relatively calm first stage, that is certainly a way to start the second stage. Okay, I'm not really sure what they're doing, but pit road is going to open this time. Like, they barely ran a half a lap, and everybody's coming down pit lane. Looks like they're going to top off on fuel. I cannot imagine anybody's going to get tires. And again, okay, never mind. Down East takes tires. Swan and Drathik do not. Okay, so the back 4 currently all took tires. Drathik and Swan did not. That's... I don't get it. I am a racer in this league, but I don't understand the strategy call of getting tires. And furthermore, I don't understand 4 people making that strategy call. You have half a lap of green flag racing on that brand new set of sticker tires. And now you're going to come down and get a whole new set because it has half a lap on them. Okie dokie. Coming out of the last corner, Swan will have lane choice for this restart. Very much assume he's going to the right side. Drathik's going to go left. Down East goes right. Coming down the front straightaway here to the restart line. Here we go. Green flag is back out. We're going to try this again. Down East got a really good restart. He's going to go to the inside of the 5 car. They are 3 wide there for second as Drathik gets the lead. Oh, and they all got together. 2 cars going up off the track. Pudge and Swan both got shunted off. Drathik still holds the lead. Cam is in second. Holy, what a top two. Down East has fallen out of it for now. How about Drathik in that number 28 PetSmart car for RFK Racing leading this field? RFK is currently coming out of the final corner. Yeah, Drathik is going to lead this lap. How about that? That was a massive, massive pileup coming on that restart, and again, multiple cars shot off the track up into the high section above the green. And yeah, can't believe Drathik was able to... He got the lead on a great restart on the left side. Down East going to the right side of Swan kind of slowed their entire lane up. That helped Drathik get to the lead, and then they were 3 wide, and you're not going to go through any of these corners 3 wide. This track is way too narrow. Down East is currently 1 second off of the lead, trying to watch that gap to the right of his name to see if it's going up or down. Went way down there. He picked up about 1/10 and a half. 24 cars slowly catching up to Drathik. Once again, man, Drathik is one of the longest running veterans of this league now. I don't believe he's won a race since Cup Series Season 2. But again, he took a little bit of a break off from racing to start this current season, and then came back. Oh god, didn't mean to change cameras there, my bad. Down East tried to go to the outside of the 24, now he's going to try to cross him over. 24 is into the grass, Down East has nowhere to go to try to make this pass. Drathik is saying right now, hey, continue doing that, because the harder y'all race, the longer I can stay in the lead. Back here, Swan got around the 48. 48 car gave Swan a little bit of a shunt. Again, man, Down East is the fastest out of these top 3, but these 3 cars are all really close together. Here goes Down East to the inside in the last corner. That is a very dangerous spot to try to pass somebody. Down East gets the power down. The 24 car trying to get the momentum on the outside. He's going to draft off of his teammate in the 28. Cam is trying hard to keep the 16 behind him. There was a situation last time Oshkosh raced here, I think it was last time, where Down East and the 14 car were battling hard. Down East was the fastest car, arguably, but the 14 car was in his way. 16 car punted him off the track 2 different times because the 14 would not get out of the way. And then, yeah, a late restart involved the 14. Oh! Big shot there from the 24. Down East is going to take that. Oh, Down East just gave the 28 a shot. I'm not sure what is happening. Drathik just got shunted by the 24. 2 cars are slowing off pace. I do believe that's going to be a multi-car. Caution should be out after that. I think it is. Yep, caution flag is out. Down East just shot the gap on the inside. That just looked really odd because Drathik looked horrendously off pace in the last corner. Down East just went low and he put his foot to the floor and just tried to get that car to the inside. He got there, but it basically cost Drathik a right rear quarter panel. It is getting a little bit dark out right now, so that's a little worrisome to see. I do believe pit road is going to be open this time. Here come all the leaders down. And again, Swan did not take tires in the last pit cycle, so I do believe he should this time. And while they're pitting, take a little peek at the weather here. Still looks like nothing's out. I don't know what that bar is on the top left. I'm going to see if anything pops up when it gets to current time. So it looks like we are still... Oh boy, oh boy. There might actually be some rain out there. That is a very weird weather radar, I will say. I'm waiting to see that again, because that just... There's nothing, and then all of a sudden this big rain cluster pops up out of nowhere. We zoom way in on the track. So that rain is not really over the track, and it looks like it's moving away. I don't know, that's weird. Okay, sorry about that. I completely missed the shuffling of the pit road sequence there. Frankie comes out in first. The back three cars are way off pace. They're trying to catch back up to these front runners. Looks like they're going to go around one more time. I'm not sure why these back three cars are so far in the back. Also, not sure why the 24 car is pitting again. Something to look for. We did not see it because my dumbness was looking at the radar, but we can see if these guys change tire compounds. Now we can't see it because I'm not showing the bottom of the screen, but you see how there's yellow lines and stuff on the 48 car's tires? So if we look back, 16 has them, 5 has them, but then the 28 car does not, and the 24, okay, so, really? The 28 car is the only car that doesn't have it? Okay, so Drathik might have gotten a little spooked because he did not keep soft tires on that car. He actually put some rain tires on there. Either obviously rain or intermediate, so that's interesting. Alright, we'll keep an eye on that. Drathik might be a little bit off pace going into this next restart, but again, if it starts raining, they're going to have to come down pit lane and change tires anyways, so that might be a good time for Drathik to take the lead. So basically right now, Drathik is actually hoping that it rains. Alright, we're going to keep the cameras on Frankie. He is your current leader coming down to the restart line. Green flag is back out, trying to see how big of a shunt Down East can get on that outside line. Frankie dove it way high. Oh, Down East tried to go back to the inside. He just gave the 48 car a huge shunt. And Swan passed both of them on the inside. That was a great move by that 5 car. I think Down East was going to try to go to the inside, but Swan was already there. So technically they were 3 wide there for a second going into turn 1. Well, for a second there it looked like they were on doing caution speed, but they're clearly not. Coming out of the last corner, Swan almost got into the grass on corner exit. That was almost really bad again. And don't look now, but the new guy Cam in the 24 car, he is within striking distance of this lead. Just needs to get around the 16. So Swan is finally up front for the first time this entire race. He went the entire first stage without being able to lead a lap. He just led that last one. He's going to look to lead this one and also try to purple this one. I must say, Swan is certainly proving me wrong today, because I always say that Swan is one of the best leaders that we have, but then when he gets in traffic, it just seems like he can never do anything good with traffic around him. Going out of that final corner, Down East had to run up on him, but then Swan gets a really good drive off. He will get that purple time, and why not take this time to compare lap times? They are separated by, wow, I do believe that is 5 thousandths of a second. That's insane. Give you a little hood camera action here. As you can see, the clouds are really starting to roll up here to Suzuka. Good thing is I can control this camera and look back whenever I want to, so that's nice. Gap is now 6/10 to Down East. Swan is certainly looking to purple this lap too. Down East has great corner entry into the last corner, but Swan has the drive off, even though this time Down East actually kind of stayed with him. Really starting to watch these clouds, because they are really starting to roll in. Again, I'm not sure what's up with that radar we can look at, but it just doesn't look like it's fully working. Go in-car camera to the 16. This is what he sees, trying to catch up to that 5 car. And the one funny thing is, logically, it does not make any sense whatsoever to race these cars in the rain, because obviously these cars do not have wipers. But that, to me, is just very funny. It's just, we're going to race in the rain. Don't need wipers, I guess. Through the final corner there, you can see Down East gets a really good drive in, but once again, look at, well, I know Down East got loose right there, but again, look at Swan's drive off. Gap is now 6/10 between Swan and Down East. Cam is now 1.2 seconds off of Down East. Looks like Down East is trying to drive away from him. Or starting to, I should say. And now, once again, I was curious to see what would happen if Swan got to the lead and was not stuck behind somebody. And he is maintaining this gap, and he's adding a tenth or two every lap or two, so... Again, Swan has the car, he has the speed, he has everything he needs to win this race. But Down East is not going to go away easily. Oh my dear God, these things just sound terrifying. Swan almost got into the grass, but again, his drive off, look at that gap gaining, now up to 7 tenths. Gonna look through the field, Frankie is back in 4th place, Pudge is back in 5th. I'm not really sure what happened in that one restart, but the few RFK boys back here, they did not time it right. Right now, 1-2 is Haas Colleague, 3 through 6 is RFK. Now again, Clone is still going to be scored 7th place because he did start the race, but it's crazy to me that now Haas is basically a single car team for this race, and it's just weird to me that the 2 single car teams are running 1-2, and the 4 car team is running in the back 4 spots. How about that purple time by Down East? Now all of a sudden Down East is proving that he has the car to win this race. Again, these guys are on 2 different teams, they don't have an alliance, they don't share tuning information, but these 2 cars in the top 2, they are set up very similar. As Swan is once again going to get a purple gap there. Coming out of this final corner, we're approaching halfway on this final stage, so why don't we give y'all an NFRL Crank It Up. Alright, and that's basically the halfway point there as they cross the start-finish line. Gap between the leaders hasn't really changed. Saw Drathik come down pit lane. He actually threw some soft tires on that car, so there must be talks of the rain not really coming that quickly here. Might be a little while yet before it comes. It might not rain at all, you never know. We heard a rumor at the start that in the forecast they were calling for rain. In fact, I'm going to take a look at the radar again. See what this looks like here. Let's see when that big blob pops up. It should be a lot sooner now. There that is. There it's gone. And there's nothing on it. Alright. So right now we are in the clear. Whoa! Swan got into the grass there. At least he did on my screen. That looked a little hectic. So again, these top two are the only cars that are in remotely close vicinity of each other. The other four are all spaced out. Again, hope y'all are enjoying your Friday. Hope y'all have a great weekend, and hope y'all come back to watch FES with us tomorrow. Take this time to shout out some league sponsors. So shout out to Pudge and Lone, because they both put money into our prize pool, and that comes out of their own pockets. So very much appreciate them for doing that. Shout out to Wheels, spelled with a Z. Oh god, Down East is off the track. Very nice recovery. He's only going to fall to about 2.2 or 2.2 seconds, 2.1-ish in that ballpark. Yeah, shout out to Wheels with a Z. He's a Madden YouTuber. Go check out his YouTube channel. And also, if you're looking to go to any sporting event, use code WHEELS, spelled with a Z. You can get $20 off your order. Shout out to Fabianski for everything he does for the Cup Series. He makes our Cup cars look just absolutely immaculate out there on the racetrack. It's been a little while yet since we've had some pit stops. Now, Huds, I saw your comments, so that's confusing to me that the radar will not show an update on the current weather for the race. So the radar that I was looking at, if that doesn't show anything about what the current weather's doing, then I have no clue if there's any rain on the radar. This is always a good angle to look at, because if we see some raindrops hitting the windshield, that'll be a good sign to us. Again, all these drivers can see the same thing. Their teams can see it. They can watch the weather. They can watch the radars. So if somebody gets a tip about something, we will definitely get word on it too. Try to look through the field here. There's not much is happening. I must say, I was kind of hoping that more would happen in this race, because again, I'm tired, did not sleep much last night, and I'm just trying to get through this race, and I was hoping we'd have a little more energy, a little more just anything happening, but now all we have is single file racing around a very short road course and a weather radar that does not work. So that's really something to keep me awake. Gap between Cam and Down East is 11.4 seconds. Again, Cam is doing good so far because, again, this is his first ever Oshkosh race, and being third place, 2.8 seconds ahead of Pudge, definitely a good showing for that team. I know RFK Racing is going to be proud of him. Coming out of turn one, the 24 car went into the grass a little bit. That's going to allow Pudge to close up just a little bit, but I do believe the 24 car is going to drive back away from him. Frank getting a little bit loose in that last corner, and Drathik is still a lap down because he's on lap 25, and all the leaders are, well, they're going on lap 27, so he's about halfway to becoming 2 laps down, so don't want that to happen. Gap to Down East is now 2.7 seconds. Wow, it went up there a little bit coming out of 1. Well, looking at the laps remaining in this final stage, again, this is for the race. Winner of this will pocket 5 playoff points and also 40 driver points. And again, after this race, once we update the points, we can have situations of drivers locking themselves into the playoffs. And I do believe caution is out on the field. Caution is out. Go on this view because I'm checking for raindrops. I do not see anything. Pudge is up to third place. I'm guessing the 24 car is the one that spun out because he's all of a sudden back in fourth. Frankie was already down pit lane, I'm guessing, when that was called. I think I hear raindrops. That kind of sounds like rain. trying to, oh, yep, you can see him right there. If you look closely at the windshield, you can see the specs. Alright, so, breaking news, it is officially raining here at Suzuka East. Now, to my knowledge, they never throw a yellow because of rain. Usually they just keep on racing. You just have to time your pit stop right with the radar and all that, and, wow, now you can really see the rain. Holy crap. This is going to become a problem because Frankie might go to the lead here because he came down pit lane, he put wet tires on, so he's already set up for the rain. But now all these front runners have to come down pit lane and make a decision. I know HUD said what he said about this radar not working right now, but we're going to just take one more look at it anyways. Yeah, it's not showing anything new. That's just polyphony, dude. That's just so dumb. Same one spec, same spec leaving, and now, as you can see, it's raining on the racetrack. Oh wait, no, it's updating. Look at that, HUDs. And by the looks of that, that is a lot of rain coming. We're going to wait for that to update one more time. Okay, so this radar does update. That's pretty cool. Alright, so that little spec, here and gone. But now all of a sudden, this spec coming through, this big, look at that deep blue rain. There's even some heavy chunks, and it looks like some thunderstorms rolling in the back, so this race is about to get a lot more fun. Everybody has come down pit lane, because I can already see the lines and lettering off of the tires on the front runners, so I tell you, HUDs, that makes me a lot happier knowing that that radar that I can see actually updates, so that's fun to look at. Alright, there's a car that's... Holy crap, I don't know who that is. Does Strathik have on wet tires? No, he does not. I do believe he's trying to nurse that car back down to pit lane so he can actually get the proper tires on. This race has been red flagged. There you can see the leaders here. We will turn the display info off so you can just get a look at the leaders here. And there's most of your pack there. You see the 2 and the 48 parked in the back. Not sure who's driving their engine, but I guess they don't care about fuel mileage. While these guys are red flagged, take one more look at the weather that's coming in here. Again, they had like a little sprinkle or just a tiny little patch of rain that came through earlier. But now there is some thick, dark lines of rain coming through this area. And also, it looks like there's some thunderstorms on the way in the back. So yeah, this is going to be crazy to watch. So there it is. Dark blue, even some green. Right now it looks like there's a thunderstorm directly north of the racetrack. So this place is going to get absolutely soaked before this is over. Yellow flag is being displayed, and here we go. These guys are going to get formed up this time and go green this time. You can already see the puddles forming in the grass. Yeah, this place is soaked. Here we go. Form up. Down east will be taking right lane. Or not, sorry, Swan's taking right lane. Down east is going to try to get a run on the outside. And here we go, folks. About to go back green with this track being fully saturated with rain. Green flag is out. Pudge got a great restart. He's going to make it 3 wide there for the lead. Pudge is going to go all the way to the lead as Swan almost spun down east out right there. Through turn 1, these cars are going through this corner gingerly. Nobody's trying to spin out or go in the grass. If you go in the grass here, you're screwed. Notice how much slower the pace is in this rain. Nobody knows how fast you can push it. They all have to basically relearn the track now. And again, man, IRL NASCAR introduced rain tires, and they actually raced a huge race in the rain at I think it's called Circuit of the Americas or whatever, but yeah. Ran a huge race there, and it was fully raining most of the race. Down East is going to shoot to the inside and get around Pudge for the lead. Pudge tried to cross him back over, but that car is not fully gripping. I mean, it kind of is. He's actually there. Pudge is going to go right back for the lead, actually, so Pudge still has it. Great move by that 2 car. Oh, my dear Lord. Pudge braked so early, I thought Down East was going to shoot off into the sand, and that was my bad, because that was actually... I'm not even sure what happened. I think Swan got reset. A car did shoot off into the sand. I'm not sure who it was. Here's a little in-car camera. Now you can really hear the throttle work and the steering wheel work of what these cars are going through right now. Down East was just laying on the brakes going through that corner. Oh my gosh, this looks hectic. Trying to brake enough. Pudge will not. Pudge will, actually. 24 cars right on his bumper now. Through the last corner, barely holding on to it. 24 car has his flashers on. He's probably like, hey, I'm right here, don't hit me. That was a full-paced lap. Like, they're actually going as fast as they possibly can. Down East ran a 1 minute lap time. Everybody's running a lap time of a minute. That's the difference. 12 seconds between gaps for the laps. That's insane. I do believe it is, yep, it's still raining, so the track is going to get even wetter as we go on here. That time by across the start-finish line, that is the 10 laps to go signal. These drivers probably really want to get this over with now. Swan got the worst of this, man. He was leading, and then he fell back to last place after getting track reset. Gap between first and second is currently 1.5 seconds. I thought Down East might have under-braked a little bit right there. Swan's going to close up. Dear God, not Swan. 24 car around in the last corner. Dangerous spot to be that way. He's going to try to get it turned back around. I do believe Swan's going to go by. Yep, so he'll go back up to 5th place. 24 car is... He's good, he's good. We will stay green. Gap between the top two, still about 1 second. Pudge looked like he got up into the dark green section where there's no grip. Pudge is just drifting all around. I do believe the caution flag is out. Yep, I do believe they called caution because of the 24 car. So now we will have another pit cycle. All these guys are going to get grouped back up. And now again, the guy to watch is Swan in the 5 because, again, he went from leading this race with a dry racetrack to now being in 5th place on a soaked racetrack. If y'all have not met Pudge, this is Pudge. Pit road should be open this time. Looking at the windshield, it does look like the rain has stopped for now. Well, let's look on the left side of your screen. Holy... What was that noise? I thought I heard something in the distance, and I have no idea what that was, but... Looking on the left side of your screen, we're going to watch the tire compounds and the fuel amounts. Pudge is out with intermediates. It looks like everybody has intermediate tires on that came down pit road. Pudge will get 2nd. Down East falls to 3rd place. I mean, you can kind of see a dry line forming in the racetrack, but again, this is still kind of early if you're asking me. Alrighty, well, track is still, I would argue, about 70% wet. We're going to have, do some quick math in my dumb head, 7 laps to go. Yeah, they will form up this time and go green, and again, it's going to be fun to watch because I'm really curious what lane Drathic's going to go for. Now, does Pudge go with him as a teammate, or does Pudge go opposite of him and try to go for this lead? Like, the top 3 are all teammates, but right now, you have 2 missions you want to do. Take the lead and keep Down East back. Now, the question is, which one is going to take the lead? And the guys that don't take the lead, who is going to defend against down east. And Swan. Obviously, you can't count out Swan, but Swan is just not the best in the rain, from what it seems like. Coming down the front straightaway here. The sun is actually coming out. It is crazy to see this right now. And green flag is out. Down east to the inside of the 28 car. That is not what these front runners wanted to see. And actually, down east did not get going whatsoever, really. Drathik is still on wet tires. Down east goes to the inside of the 2 car. Pudge and down east are both on intermediates. Drathik's in a good spot right now because he can drive in all the wet sections and his tires are going to grip because he has wets on. Down east getting really touchy-feely doorsy with that 2 car. He finally gets the spot. These guys are still too wide here. Drathik is in a prime position right now, but as this track dries off more, the intermediate guys are going to get a really big advantage. Swan is stuck back in 5th place. Gap between first and second is 0.6 and going up slightly. Again, the problem for Drathik is he's going to have the advantage right now to start with, but then the drier this track gets, the less of an advantage he's going to have. He's obviously going to have no advantage when he does that. Goes way up off the track. Frankie is within striking distance of this 16 car. That's basically Drathik's race right there. Oh boy. Tell you, man, keep your eye on this 48 car. It's kind of crazy to me that he's keeping up with down east this good. Gap is now 0.5. Down east picked up a big gap there. Oh, Frankie almost drove it into the grass. He had to actually get out of the throttle right there. Pudge trying to get around the 48 car. If Pudge can clear... Oh, and down east is up off of the track. Oh my God, Pudge is going to go to the lead. Oh, Frank almost got into down east. Now Swan is on down east bumper. Oh my gosh, we actually have something to watch here, folks. Frankie's off into the sand, compliments of the 16. The 16 car is having all sorts of problems, and the 2 car has a huge lead. Swan is now in second. Down east got just a little bit too high in turn 1. He got up into the wet stuff. Even if you have intermediate tires on, that's not going to help your car fully grip when the track is still wet in the puddles. Oh my gosh, that just shook everything up. Out of the final corner. 4 laps to go. Pudge has the lead and he has 0.9. Can he defend 0.9 for 4 laps to win this race? And everybody just saw what down east did. Don't go too high in turn 1. Just keep it low, keep it smooth. Swan had terrible corner exit right there. Holy crap, man, what a shakeup. This race it was showing basically the same thing happening all day. Down east and Swan battling for the lead, exchanging fastest lap times. And now because of the track conditions and a very badly timed wipeout by the 16, Pudge is in a position right now. He's in a great spot to try to win this race. Swan had a way better corner exit out of the last corner that time. 3 laps to go. Oh man, I just cannot believe that. Oh, it almost happened to Pudge. Pudge hard in the brakes. He's really hard in the brakes. Okay, caution's not out. They were going so slow I thought caution was out. So this is still green. This is the race for the win, folks. If Swan gets to him, I think Swan might give him the bumper because Swan's car is faster and I don't think he's going to let Pudge hold him up. Holy. This is one... Oh god, Swan got in the grass. He's fine. This is one of the toughest tracks to pass on, but whenever you're that close to the leader, I think it comes pretty easily. I'm gonna go camera with Swan here on his in car. White flag will be next time by. Pudge is gonna try to break up that draft going down the front straightaway. Holy crap. Down east is just out of it. He's back in 6th place. Watching both of these guys' lines. Pudge was able to send it in a little bit more to the inside. He actually picked up about a 10th in that corner. Again, this is the Kenworth 200 at Suzuka. Pudge is starting to close up that, or Pudge is starting to lose out a little bit here. Now up to 4/10. Swan just sent it in there. I think Swan just had to get hard in the brakes. He would have sent it way off into the grass. Final turn, this is the white flag. Swan has one lap to try to get around him, but this is going to be a crazy finish, folks. He almost got in the grass on the final corner, and here we go. One lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. 4/10 is the gap. This might turn out to be one of the most exciting finishes we've ever had after so much of a nothing race for the first 90% of it. Through turn one, Swan tried to get a better exit. He hits the rumble strip down there. He loses just a little bit of time to Pudge. Oh my gosh, I don't know about y'all, but I'm on the edge of my seat. Gap is maintaining at 4/10, not really changing. To my knowledge, I'm not sure if Pudge has ever won a race that wasn't on dirt in this series, but this could be a first. Through the final corner. Don't oversend it. Swan is not going to get there, I don't believe. Just don't get loose on corner exit. Swan is right there, coming to the line. Pudge is going to hold him off, and Pudge is going to win the Kenworth 200. How about RFK Racing spoiling the day with a thunderstorm rolling through the area earlier in this race? 16 car just packed it up and sent it into the garage. Oh my gosh, how about that, folks? There you are, victory lane, the Pudge, the Crimson Pudge, little gray on the fire suit there. Victory lane for the 2 car. How about that? Let's see, let's get the results. I'm going to show those for a second, so if you want to go back and look at them, go ahead. Let me just do something really quickly. Yikes. I'm going to delete that. Don't change the settings. I must get this replay. Please let me have it. Oh, this game sucks. Okay, tonight I have to fix that problem. So anyways, there are your results. Pudge gets a crazy win over the 5 car. Once Pudge got out front, all of a sudden Swan was hit with that can't drive in traffic thing again. He couldn't close the gap. It got up to about 3/10. And then Swan started to fall off a little bit. Pudge got to the front for the first time all day, held the gap, maintained the gap, outdrove Swan in a 1v1 basically, and I am just in complete shock at that finish. Alright, so we are going to let these boys start this cooldown process, and here's the funny thing. What the actual heck? Okay, so I'm going to change this up a little bit. I don't know why Frankie left. Alright. I don't know why everybody's leaving the race, dude. Like, Pudge just got one of the craziest, best wins, I would say, of his career in Oshkosh, and everybody's just leaving. As you see, I'm on the track right now in my car. I'm going to hop out there and give him a bump for winning. I'm a little bit disappointed in some of these people for leaving. Pudge, this is formal guy 2 car lengths behind you. You got a copy?
I got you loud and clear, boss.
So let me just say the first thing that I think needs to be said. I just want to apologize on behalf of everybody else that left this race and didn't want to congratulate you on getting a crazy win. I don't know what that's all about. Again, I'm sorry for that because I think that's just kind of disrespectful. But let me do the Houdini here and just magically appear back up in the booth real quick. So, I must say, I'm tired tonight. I was bored this whole race. I was just talking about Swan and Down East, how they were exchanging fastest laps, and yeah, hoorah, they're running 1-2, whatever, not much is changing, but once the rain hit, that changed everything, and even when it started drying off, I still thought Down East had the race in the bag. A chance. I did not think you were going to hold on to it just because I thought Swan was going to be able to overpower you, but you outdrove him in a 1v1 situation with a still half-wet racetrack on intermediates, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I was thinking this is your first win in this series outside of the dirt race. I could be wrong on that, but either way, you just won the Kenworth 200 at Suzuka in a thunderstorm. How you feeling, brother?
Ecstatic. That's a big one. This number 2 Milo's team really brought it together today. First stage did not do very good, I thought, even though we finished 4th. But that rain was really the big equalizer. It might be because I live life sideways, but I can drive in the rain. So thank you, Mother Nature. But those last 3 laps when I seen Swan hot on my bumper, I didn't know if he was gonna pass me or not. I know that last corner is his kryptonite. He gets really close to me on turn 1-2, and I didn't really think that was gonna happen.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this your first win outside of dirt in this series?
Yes.
That is insane, brother. Because again, everybody mentioned it at the top that this is Down East home track. If you beat him here, it feels like you beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Swan was purpling laps left and right. Those two were arguably the 2 quickest cars here, and I'm shocked anybody could even touch them. But you just went toe-to-toe with them intermediate slicks on a wet track and absolutely embarrassed them at this racetrack. I mean, I'll say it on behalf of everybody watching, that was a straight driving show.
I'm just grateful. I got a really good team. All the RFK boys showed up. Shout out to Cam. This was his first race, and he was schooling me, so I think he's taken a liking to this car pretty well. Frankie has some speed. He just made a couple mistakes. Draythick out there out front a couple times. Top 5, baby. Too bad Clone couldn't stay for the whole thing. He had some server problems, but I know he's fast on road courses. But I don't know what's for the hood of this Milo's car, but it's a missile in the rain.
Well, man, a win's a win. Sometimes they say that wins aren't fully earned or deserved, but hey, that was one of the most deserving and one of the hardest earned wins I've ever seen in this league. I gotta say, just a huge congrats to you, and I do believe I see a couple of your teammates with some fresh, ice-cold gallons of sweet tea in Victory Lane.
No, that's right, baby. Milo's.
Well, man, just a huge congratulations, and I wish you luck in the race next week for the regular season finale. I know RFK is going to be a force to be reckoned with over there.
Hey, can you get Draythick on the horn and tell him to come out here and burn it down with me?
Yes, sir. I do believe he is parked up. Let me see if he still has his headset on. Change my radius here. Draythick, This is formal guy up in the booth. You got a copy.
Let me go check on my friend.
Well, Pudge, his wheel just turned, but I think the wheel might have fell off. I think he just left his car. I think he's parked up by a porta potty. I think he had to go.
Oh, there he is.
You had it on mute. My fault.
Well, Drathik, I'll ask you, for everybody at home, I just got to know, how long did that car take to make in the paint booth?
About an hour or two. Made it today.
Well, hey, man, per the request of your team owner over there, go around to the front straightaway and burn that sucker down. Want to see all those cats and dogs on that car absolutely die in a pile of burning rubber.
Oh, my Lord.
Well, y'all, while Drathik and Pudge burn it down for RFK Racing after winning the Kenworth 200, I will just run down a couple of things. Obviously, we're still going live for FES tomorrow. I think that's at Trial Mountain, and then Cup Series is also at Trial Mountain on Monday. We'll be going live both of those days. And then, here's the thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to be going live for Route X for Oshkosh, just because there's not going to be too much to talk about with that race, but I still might. I'm definitely going to try to, because I know y'all love seeing these live streams go up every single time we can do them. And yeah, next week is the regular season finale for Oshkosh. That should be a great race to watch. And again, man, y'all saw today that even if you're the fastest car, even if you have the fastest lap times, even if you lead the most laps, it still does not mean you have a win guaranteed in the bag. Definitely, you need to earn the win. You need to have a whole race come together. And Down East wiped out and finished dead last, thanks to the wet section on the outside of Turn 1. And Swan could not outdrive Pudge in a 1v1 situation. So Pudge fully earned this race, and a huge congrats to him. And again, RFK Racing started today with 4 cars, and them getting a win is just insane. And again, I'm just saying this on behalf of me as league owner. I'm a little bit disgusted with how many cars decided to leave and not congratulate Pudge on the win, because Pudge is always so friendly to do it when they win. So again, just I'll apologize on behalf of them. But yeah, I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Hope y'all join us for the other 2 live streams this week. This is the Kenworth 200 for the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League, and we will see you next time.